So, Mike, recently I heard on the daily financial news, you were talking about how right now is a great real estate market. Great time to buy real estate. Now, believe it or not, some people have a little heartburn with that. Could you please explain?
Yeah, again, I think this real estate market is going to go down in the next year to two as a great real estate market for a couple of reasons. First, let me just say this. I know it's hard. I know it's tough. I know there's no inventory. I know rates are high. I know prices are high. I get it. But as a real estate investor and somebody who's helping both real estate investors and homeowners, I help them both now. I think there's a couple of things we need to appreciate. One, the housing market is slowing down. The last 2 years have been the most chaotic and risky that I have seen, right? When you're in like Seattle and the month of July 2022, I think it might have been June, but I think it was July. The average purchase price to list price was 112%. That is a super unhealthy and risky market. And if you don't know what that means the average list price in Seattle was 500 grand, for example. When all is said and done, the average purchase price was 560 grand. That's not normal, right? Usually you're right around 100%, plus or minus 1%. So 112% is abnormal and unhealthy. So the market is slowing down. Two, cost of capital is high, which means a lot of the fly-by-night, the pretenders, the folks that I call financial engineers, are going to go bust. A lot of the competition over the last 2 years were not operators. They were financial Excel wizards who got lucky with zero rates. And if they didn't get out in time, they're about to go bust. And we're going to hear about more and more of those. So we're going to lose the pretenders and the operators are going to win, which is great because that's what I fancy myself as an operator. I sold stuff in 19 because I thought they were crazy priced. So again, being an operator is a good thing. And then finally, this is a market you could learn in. I want people to hear that. This is not necessarily a market you'll buy in because it's hard, but you could learn. You could get a buy box. You could look at it every day. You could see who's cutting prices. How long was it on the market? Oh, shoot. 30% of the listings that go pending come back. Oh, interesting. Right? So I think this is a wonderful market, especially as we head into the slow season, to learn because it's not chaotic, right? It's not things, coming on and off the market in 3 seconds. That's tough. And then lastly, for the last 10 years or so, certainly the last 8 years, the answer was always cash. What's coming, if not already here, yes, price. When I say cash, I mean price. Yes, that's still there, but terms. You're going to be able to get better at practicing terms. And you'll be buying from landlords who probably bought in the 80s when they were terms. I think if you were starting today, you should go back and look at 1981, 1982, and 1983. 1981 is still the most unaffordable market in the last 53 years. Yes, it is worse than 2023. We still did 2 million transactions. How did we do that? Well, there was a lot of creative financing. So again, I do think this is a great market because it's slowing down. It's a great market because the pretenders are leaving. And lastly, or two more, it's a great market because you could learn. And then lastly, it's terms and price. So again, I am super excited for people getting started today. And again, you may not buy, but damn it, you're going to learn a lot, I think, over the next 6 months.
A lot of people were only looking to seller financing as a ancillary, tangential type of way to buy real estate instead of a necessity that they needed to learn. And what I've been telling people for the last year and a half now is if you're not doing everything you possibly can to understand and learn seller financing and creative financing, you're doing yourself a huge disservice. So the real estate investors who are going to come up today, who are going to be of the graduating class of 2023, 4, 5, 6, are going to be real estate investors who had to, by necessity, learn a skill that for the last 20, maybe even 30 years, not as many people needed to learn or even learn outright. I remember you talked to me one time about how in the 80s, they had a lot of books on seller financing and they had courses on it and things like this. But as interest rates fell from that 18% high in the 80s and just continually fell over the next 30 years, almost 40 years at this point, nobody ever needed that skill. And so that entire knowledge base just went away. And now we're back in the same boat that we were then. And people out there don't know how to do it, which is good because it's an opportunity for you to become elite, but you'll also graduate with the knowledge that so many other people don't have.
Yeah. Again, the whole beauty of my model is I believe with every fiber of my body that real estate investing is a skill. And because I believe that, and again, it's a skill or you're born with it, right? Some of you are born being 6'6" and can jump out of the gym. Some of us can't. Real estate investing is a skill. So it doesn't matter. You can learn it by practice. And I am really excited because, again, a slower market. And again, I'm not promising anyone they're going to buy something. But damn it, I'm going to promise you something you're going to learn. And once you have the skill to learn your buy box and your market, you can use it for the next 20 years. And real estate has cycles. So I look forward to what's coming.
Yeah, Mike, I think it's a great perspective to have. And I think people get a very defeatist attitude, understandingly so, when negative headlines are out there and making you feel awful about yourself. But positivity will win at the end of the day. Yeah, great topic.
Thank you, buddy. And again, folks, I love the fact that Yahoo Finance and the Doomers and whatever the heck they're called are preaching fear means less competition. Bring it on, Doomers. Less competition. Mike, thank you so much.